Let me start by saying that it's a privilege to be responsible for the community development and culture cooperation program within CARICOM. With this, I have the political responsibility to advance the development of important assets within our region, namely culture, gender, youth, and sport. The Caribbean is a region with a remarkable and extraordinary cultural heritage and traditions. The joyous shows during CariFesta are a good representation of our richness, something that we need to nurture as it builds self-esteem and fuels our spiritual and cultural awareness, the very backbone of our nations. Suriname, for example, is known for its cultural diversity and its peaceful coexistence of many religions and ethnicities to many a precious export product. The investment in our youth is one of my personal goals. According to the 2010 Eye on the Future report, sports and culture are two areas in which youth have contributed to regional identity for which they need to be recognized. As it relates to gender and women, I underscore the enormous contribution women make to the region. Women are increasingly positioning themselves as the cornerstones of not only our families, but also our economic development. In Suriname, we see an increase of women entrepreneurship. We see women in agriculture, processing food products, and in small businesses, while they educate themselves to prepare for leadership positions. In this regard, we all have the responsibility that the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda is advanced to further empower our women and girls. With more than 60% of the region's population being young people, youth involvement and youth empowerment should be cross-cutting throughout all aspects of our regional integration projects, including community development and cooperation. The role, but also the involvement of youth within each society is crucial. Although it's often not recognized, Caribbean youth are the backbone of evolving creative and cultural industries in the region. These industries are among the fastest growing sectors in the global economy today. Greater and more strategic investment in youth, culture, and sport, especially in the creation of an enabling environment necessary for these sectors to flourish, would significantly redound to the benefit of the region's youth while maximizing the global impact of the region. For Suriname, youth take a central role within all aspects of our society. Young people are considered innovators. They take a position as members of parliament, members of my cabinet, and other high-profile positions. I wish to refer to Suriname's youth participation model, including the National Youth Parliament, as being recognized as a regional best practice. This is something we take pride in. If you ask me what needs to be done, then I would say that we, as the current CARICOM leaders, have to ensure a stronger and more inclusive regional society. We must invest in the immediate cultivation and inspiring of youth leadership. Overall, I believe that as leaders, it is our combined responsibility to work tirelessly to safeguard the future of our youth and, by extension, our region. Policies pursued by member states should promote the inclusion of youth in all areas of development. In 2020, we will commemorate 10 years of the issuance of the Eye on the Future report. In this regard, I strongly call for action at all levels to evaluate and to implement the valuable recommendations within that report. And I call for more and structural involvement and participation of youth at the highest levels. I also call upon all the leaders to become champions for youth. I finally wish to end with a quote by the former UN Secretary General, the late Mr. Kofi Annan: "A society that cuts itself off from its youth severs its lifeline." I thank you.